So we're at 4047 East 600 North in Rigby. Nice wide driveway. You do get quite a bit of road noise from the freeway. Maybe a half mile or so from the freeway. This is peak traffic hour at 5:30. But here's the front of the house. Really nice log home. Just over 2 acres. Yeah, it presents really well. Seems to be in really good shape. Did a quick walk through inside. You've got the stone facade, obviously the logs. Built in 2006. This looks like a brand new roof. It's built 19 years ago. This is definitely not a 19-year-old roof, so probably replaced in the past couple of years, if not just this year. Like, it looks brand new. It probably says in the listing if it is. Here's your side yard. It's fenced. It's got this tighter mesh, so definitely a dog-proof fence. Looks like all the way around on this side. And then you got the gate there. So, fence for the dogs. Take a look inside. So you've got a wood porch with some composite decking here, like a Trex deck. And that looks to be a little bit faded and worn. Could probably be replaced. Here's your view from the front porch. Instead of gutters, they've got these funnel deals that go down into a rain barrel. Looks like. So heading inside, you'll walk right into this spiral staircase. A chandelier there on the left. There's a couple of closets. Coat closet there. Coat and shoe closet, or broom and shoe closet there. There's a ledge up on top of that. And then coming in, you've got a bathroom and a bedroom to the right, and the kitchen. We'll start in the kitchen. A lot of counter space. This is a laminate Formica countertop. You see the seam right there. It's clean. It's in good shape. I don't notice any major chips or anything like that. It's a big kitchen for sure. House is 3,800 square feet. I forget the room count off the top of my head. I want to say 3 bed, 2 bath. Might be more than that though. So gas range. You've got a microwave. It does not vent out. Not through the top at least. It might go back into the wall. Maple cabinets, I believe, and they're probably original to the house. They don't look new. Just some wear on the knobs and some dings and stuff in the wood. Not they're in great shape. They just don't look like they're brand new. So they're probably original. Let's see what's back here. There's room to do a lazy Susan in there if you wanted. So just standard hinges. They don't have the soft close. It's a pretty standard looking fridge, size-wise. And you've got really no gap. So probably wouldn't fit an oversized fridge in there, but if this is all you need, then it works perfect. A couple of the cabinets I noticed are a different finish. The one over the microwave and the one over the fridge. So I've got these lights up top. A couple of these up. Garbage can cabinet there. Nice wide drawer there. There's no real pantry, but you do have a lot of cupboard space. This seems like it would be a good row use for pantry. I guess, you know, I lied. There is a little pantry there. So from the kitchen, you've got the sliding door to the back porch, to the backyard. There's that fence that we saw from the front yard. Coming this way, looks like we're on, let me see what the floor is here. So this is actually a tile. It's a tile floor with a wood grain pattern on it. Got a ton of dead flies. I noticed that in a couple of other rooms as well. Looks like a pellet burning stove in the corner here. Yeah, pellet stove. It's got an AC unit out there, I see. Got a tall ceiling in here with a chandelier. This would probably be your formal dining room, I would imagine, the way this is set up off the kitchen like this. Coming back this way, you've got this bathroom here. Cabinets and countertop match the kitchen. Beams in the ceiling. This is a one-piece shower tub surround. You can see it's got that fake wall there to cap the end. Good sized bathroom, quite a bit of room in here. And then back in this corner where I'm standing, there's a hookup for washer and dryer. So it actually has two washer dryer hookups. This, I don't know if it's wide enough to get two full-size units. This might be like you get the unit that does both. I see a gas line there. I wonder maybe if they're thinking dryer there and washer there. You've got your power for the dryer, your vent for the dryer there, but gas here. So if you could get both units in there if you needed to. It would just be a weird configuration. So ceramic tile floor in here. This is interesting. The steps have numbers. Go up there in a minute. You've got your panel here. It's a 200 amp main. Looks like there's room physically on the panel to add more if you needed to. Bedroom here. Nice big windows. Probably 4 foot by 4 foot. Some more flies. Yeah, this whole carpet's just littered with them. Hanging lights there. Smaller walk-in closet. Yeah, that's the whole closet there. We'll look back at this room. Let's check out this pantry. The other room's down here, and then we'll go upstairs. So we got the chicken wire mesh on that. So not a huge pantry, but given all the space in the kitchen as well, you do have plenty of storage. This will be your main living room. See an outlet on the floor where you can plug in a lamp behind a couch type of thing. Back in the corner and give you a view. You can see how thick the walls are here. We've got a gas fireplace there. Carpet seems to be in good shape. There's your cold air return for the furnace. Laundry room here. It's interesting they've got two laundry rooms on this main level. And what is this hole in the ceiling here? Oh, I bet that's a laundry chute that goes upstairs. Check that out. That'd be cool if that's what it is. So through here you've got a small mud room. And then this goes out to the garage. We'll go out to the garage last. There's a couple things out there that are interesting to look at. This would be the master suite on this end. Not a huge bedroom. You could get I think the gap between those vents, you could get probably a full queen bed frame in there. A king, I think, just eyeballing it, would probably span wider than those. So if you had it off the wall, it would be okay, but I could see the feet of your bed if you went right up against the wall, landing on those. Let's see, put your bed on this wall so you're not blocking the windows. Not the most ideal layout for a master. Just kind of this random closet here in the corner too. So nice big walk-in closet here. Plenty of built-in storage in here. Must be an attic access there. Yeah, tons of built-in storage in here. Doors are all solid wood, and the millwork as well. It's all pine. Going into the master bath, you got the same matching tile floor. These match those mismatched upper cabinets in the kitchen. Countertop looks similar to the kitchen. You've got a medicine cabinet mirror here. Nice big soaking tub with some flies in it. Privacy glass on the windows. It's interesting to get a shower head in the tub. Don't see that often. That's kind of cool. And then a walk-in shower. The door is pretty narrow to the shower, but once you're in it, it's actually pretty spacious. The seat in the corner. And one shower head there. And some slate tile surround all the way to the ceiling. Yeah, nice bathroom. I like this a lot. There's the toilet there. They got this little electric fake fireplace hanging over the toilet. What's behind this door here? Linen closet there. Alright. So, heading back out. Let's go upstairs now. Have not been upstairs yet. I imagine these two staircases connect, so we'll go up this one and then go down the spiral stairs. Get some lights on up there. Nice big wide staircase. You can see through the stairs. Not a big deal. I know kids would have fun with that. All right. This says push to open, watch your head. Aha, that's cool. Looks like a built-in bookcase, but it's a secret door to the bonus room above the garage. Okay, I know where we are. Those stairs go down into the garage. This is a carpeted room above the garage. You got a power outlet right in the middle of the floor there. A couple more on the wall. Looks like a projector screen here. Yep. So they were using this as a movie room. Here's your view looking out over the front of the house. This is probably 20 by 12 or 14. It's a good sized bonus room. But yeah, that's a cool contraption here. I'll pull that closed and you can see it again. Should turn the light off in there. Maybe. Wonder if it's on a motion sensor or timer. It was on when I opened it, so I'll leave it like that. But yeah, when it's closed, it just looks like a little bookcase there. So another bedroom. Ceiling height's not an issue. You got probably a 7.5, 8 foot ceiling in the middle. A little bit of slope on the side, but this is still pretty big reach there. So you do have good clearance in here. Nice view out of this bedroom. This is probably 12 by 12. So average sized room. Pretty standard closet. The latch just has magnets on the top. Yeah, decent bedroom. It's got a ceiling fan. See 2 vent registers in the corners there. Okay, coming back out here. Sort of a kind of another family room. It's landing at the top of the stairs here. More flies. So your septic lid's there. I would imagine the lot includes that pasture out back to the trees there. Just given the lot size, the house is probably on just over an acre, and then that's probably about an acre in the back there. So let's see what's in this hatch here. Yep, there's the laundry chute. Or if you're small enough, the water slide, indoor water slide. Nice deep shelves there. What's in this one? Just a little storage nook. Okay, now the ceiling gets a little funky coming into this section. So we're at the top of the spiral stairs now, looking down over the entryway. Floor, if you trace the floor, it is kind of jagged through here. Still plenty of usable space. You just have to be creative with how you set it up if you plan on using it regularly. Same tile floor in here, just a basic white vanity there. Matching medicine cabinet up top. You have a window up there. Tall ceiling in here. This all looks to be in good shape. Same one-piece shower and tub that was downstairs. All the caulking seems to be, there's a little bit of a separation there on that one. You can see the gap between the tub and the caulking. So it should be recalked. It's got a pretty heavy bead on that. So, not a huge bathroom, but plenty of room to get in, close the door, do your business, and get out. So another corner room here. So this one, the ceiling does come all the way down to the floor. And I hit my head right about halfway into the room. And then 5'11". So you could maybe store stuff along there. Kind of a fun little nook back there. That box probably has plumbing inside of it for the tub, maybe. Not sure what's in there. Nice big walk-in closet. Looks like all the blueprints for the house too there, which is nice. So yeah. And your view out of this room again looks over the backyard. You can see the edge of the roof. Quite a bit of bird droppings along the ridge there. And there's a back porch down there. Off the kitchen, we'll go down the spiral stairs and take a look at that. So that's it for upstairs. So it appears that 12 is the top stair there. This is all like laminated wood to make this railing. Looks like it's all one. Yeah, all one piece. So we're back to where we started. So that's the house. We'll go take a look out in the garage and then walk around outside. So in the garage, you've got 4 steps down to the floor, which means your ceiling is pretty tall in here. I think it's an 8-foot door, and you've got an additional couple feet above that. So plenty of headroom. You're really limited by the height of the door as far as vehicles that you pull in. This is the water softener and filter. Looks like a tankless water heater in here. And then that's your HVAC, your ventilation going into the house from there. Around this way. As far as the size of the garage, it's a wide 2-car. So you can see you've got about 4 feet extra space on either side. As far as the depth, it's no deeper than a standard garage, probably 22, 24 feet deep. Just noticed this in the middle. Curious what this is. Just a hole in the ground. Interesting. There's a drain under there, under all the dirt. Your sprinkler controls there. Doing this whole pulley system on the ceiling, I imagine for storing bikes. So what's nice about having the extra headroom in the garage is you can store stuff up top. Here we come into this little foyer, whatever you want to call it, and then there's a vault, walk-in vault. Sign says the vault is 7.5 by 4 3/4 feet. Door combination is reprogrammable, and it's got this carpeted insulation all the way around. Looks like there's an expanded metal backing behind that. There's a ton of screw holes. Imagine they had some pretty serious gun racks in here. Yeah, super cool. This is a neat room. There we go. So I would need to buy more guns if I had that in my house. So this is that stairway that went upstairs to that bonus room above the garage. So we came out that door and looked down when we were up there. So just to close the loop, we'll take a peek here. So it's back to this room. And the light is still on. I can get that off. If it's this switch, yeah, it was that switch. Okay. So that's the garage. You do have a little crawl space underneath. Take a look at that. So you got a little bit of storage there. When this goes down, I'm having to crouch down to get in here. But as far as crawl spaces go, this is ideal. You got a cement floor. Plenty of headroom to work down here. There's your furnace. All of your ducting. You can see all your plumbing, your ductwork, electrical. Easy access to everything underneath the house. So this is awesome. And it goes all the way through the whole foundation of the home, the whole footprint of the home. So it's probably a 4-foot ceiling there. So plenty of room to get around and work on stuff. You can even store things down there if you needed to. All right, let's go take a look outside. Walk around the back of the house here. Here's a view of the front. It's a gorgeous house. I love the wood and stone. The dark roof. There's the wellhead there. Propane tank. Looks like a 500-gallon tank. the side of the home here. There's your propane line going into the house. There's no gate on this side. So we'll have to go walk around the other way to get back there. But nice big AC unit there. Looks like probably your valves for your sprinklers there. Lids for the septic. Yeah, let's walk around the other way. You can see the freeway through there. Gives you an idea. You can definitely hear it. It's not obnoxious, but you definitely know that you're near the freeway for sure. It'll quiet down a little bit when it gets later, but looks like some industrial type area over there. Not sure what they're doing over there, but might get some noise off and on throughout the day over there. We got cows next door. There's this side of the house. Got a designated garden area with a few small garden boxes here. Looks like some young fruit trees there. And this gate just goes to the backyard here. Take a look at the back porch. Got the half-sawn logs for steps, same as inside the house. This deck's not in great shape. Needs to be reinforced and painted at minimum. That same Trex deck. It's a little bit of a sag to it. So probably some reinforcement and paint and the new decking would be, yeah, in order back here at some point. You could probably get a few more years out of it before you had to do anything with it, but just something to note. Here's a look at the back of the house. And then let's go take a look at the pasture back here. This side yard then is also fenced all the way around. I guess this is the backyard, this would be the side yard. So two separate, fully fenced areas with a gate in between them, and each of them have a gate that goes into the pasture. So not a whole lot to see back here. As we walk to the back of it, you see some cow pies in the grass here, so they probably had cows back here. These random posts sticking out of the ground in a few spots. Looks like they've got, it's hard to tell in the video, but there's a little bit of a ditch there and a little bit of a berm there. There's one there too, so probably set up to flood irrigate. And then those berms just direct the water evenly around the pasture. Gets pretty dense back here, so I see there's a ditch there. Yeah, it's about as far back as I can easily get to here. but I see there's a ditch there that runs through. I can't see if there's a fence back there or not. I'm not sure exactly where the edge of the property is. It might be at that ditch. So, yeah, pretty cool place. It doesn't have a shop, but you've got a lot of room to put one up. Like if it was me, I'd probably put one up in this corner and have a driveway that comes around, or you could do one that front yard. Really depends on where the drain field is for the septic. That would determine right away where you could not put a shop. But wherever that ends up being, seems to be plenty of room if you wanted to put one up. And the garage itself is fairly decent size for a 2-car as well. So, but yeah, I like it. There's really not a lot to not like about it. Get the sun on the trees now. Kind of a weird day weather-wise. Can't tell if it's hanging on to the end of summer or it's gonna start snowing in a minute. So I do wish you couldn't hear the road as much as you do. Again, it's not bothersome, but it's very noticeable. You can see the sign there, you can see the cars going by. If it was me, that wouldn't be a deal breaker. And you'd probably get used to it pretty quick. But all the same, it'd be nice if it wasn't as noisy as it was. And again, it'll probably quiet down as the evening progresses here. Gate latch there. But yeah, I'll get this uploaded and sent over to you. I like it a lot. The agent did say they had another buyer look at it today that seemed they might be interested. I'll put that in the text as well. Just let me know sooner rather than later if you have any further interest in it, and we'll take it from there.